Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about semasiology. Let's start. Firstly, polysemy, homonymy, and synonymy. Today's lecture is closely connected in these topics. Words are arbitrary symbols, are interdependent identities so far as their outer-facet spelling and pronunciation is concerned. But semantically, all words are related in one way or another, hence sense relations. The subjects are polysemy, homonymy, and synonymy, antonymy, and hyponymy. Firstly, we'll talk about polysemy. What is polysemy? Polysemy and overwhelming majority of words are polysemous in modern English. Many words have 2, 3 senses or more. However, when a word is first coined, it is always monosemic. In the course of development, the same symbol must be used to express more meanings. The result is polysemy. Two approaches to polysemy, diachronic approach and synchronic approach. The first one will talk diachronic approach. Polysemy is assumed to be the result of growth and development of the semantic structure of one and same word. At the time when the word was created, it was endowed with only one meaning. This first meaning is the primary meaning. With the advance of time, it took on more and more meanings. These later meanings are called derived meanings. For example, this word face, the first meaning is the front of the head, the expression of the countenance. The third meaning is a surface of a thing. The fourth meaning, a side or surface that is marked as of a cloak, domina. The fifth meaning is the appearance, outward aspect, and resemblance. The next meaning is about dignity, prestige, as in laws, safe face. The next meaning is face, the topography of an area. The next meaning is face, the functional and striking surface of a tool, golf club. Effrontery, audacity, what is shown by the language of a document. Mining, at the end of the tunnel. Typography, the type surface of which a letter is cut. There are several meanings of the word face. In many cases, the primary meaning became obsolete or disappeared altogether. For example, the harvest, the basic sense of a word was time of cutting. Now, it's used in the sense of reaping and gathering the crops, or a season's yield of grain or fruit. The word pain, the basic meaning was penalty or punishment. Now, this meaning is preserved only in such phrases as pains and penalties, upon, under pain of. The derived meanings, suffering, great discomfort of the body or mind have become prevalent. The next approach is synchronic approach. Synchronically, polysemy is viewed as the coexistence of various meanings of the same word in a certain historical period of time in modern English. In this way, the basic meaning of a word is the core of word meaning, called the central meaning. The derived meanings are secondary in comparison. But it does not necessarily mean that the secondary meanings are secondary in importance. There are cases where the central meaning has gradually diminished and one of the derived meanings has become dominant. For example, gay, joyous, and lively, merry, and happy. The second means bright, brilliant. The third means given to social life and pleasure. Next, wanton, licentious. The next, homosexual. In both SELT and LDC sense, fifth is arranged as number one because it is rated as the most frequently used meaning. Two processes of development, radiation and concatenation. The development of word meaning from monosemy to polysemy follows two courses. Known as radiation and concatenation, they are closely related in many cases. They work together, complementing each other. The first radiation is a semantic process in which the primary meanings stands at the center and secondary meanings proceed out of its every direction. The meanings are interdependent of one another, but can all be traced back to the central meaning. For example, neck. The neck word, the first meaning is that part of man or animal joining the head to the body. The second meaning is that part of the garment. The third meaning is the neck of an animal used as food. A narrow part between the head and body, example, the neck of a violin, the narrowest part of anything, bottle. The primary meaning is the first one. They don't have the same meaning, but they are all related to the central meaning. Concatenation, meaning linking together, is the semantic process in which the meaning of a word moves gradually away from its first sense. In many cases, by successive shifts, there is no sign of connection between the final sense and beginning term. For example, treacle, wild beast, remedy for bites of venomous beasts, antidote for prison or remedy for poison, effective remedy, British English, molasses. The first and second meanings are entirely lost. The third, fourth are obsolete, and only fifth meanings remains common in use. The next, we'll talk about homonymy. Homonyms are generally defined as words different in meaning, but either identical both in sound and spelling or identical only sound or spelling. There are following types of homonyms. Based on the degree of similarity, homonyms fall into three classes: perfect homonyms, homographs, and homophones. The perfect homonyms are words identical both in sound and spelling, but different in meaning. For example, bear, its noun, a large heavy animal. Bear, its verb, to put with, to endure. Date, its noun, a kind of fruit. Date, a boy or girl friend. The second group of homonyms, homographs. Homographs are words identical only in spelling, but different in sound and meaning. For example, bow, its noun, bending the head as a greeting. Bow, American English, bow, British English, bow, the device used for shooting arrows. The next example, sow, American English, sow, British English, sow, its verb. The meaning is this word to scatter seeds. Sow, sow. Noun, female, adult, pig. The next type of homonyms is about homophones. Homophones are words identical only in sound, but different in spelling and meaning. For example, the word deer, American English, deer, British English, deer. Its noun, a loud person, deer, American English, British English, deer, a kind of animal, the second meaning. Write, correct, write, put down on paper with a pen. Write, verb, a ceremonial procedure. The origin of homonyms. There are various sources of homonyms. Change in sound and spelling gradually made some words identical. For example, long, its adjective, not short, from lang, Old English, long word, to want very much from langian, it's Old English. The next, borrowing. Borrowing, many words of foreign origin coincide in sound and spelling with those of native origin. The word fair, its noun, a market, borrowed from feria. Fair, pretty from faja, Old English. The third point is about shortening. Shortening, many shortened forms of words happen to be identical with other words in spelling or sound. For example, add, its noun, shortened from advertisement. Add, verb, to cause and increase. Differentiation of homonyms from polysements. Perfect homonyms and polysements are fully identical with regard to spelling and pronunciation. One important criterion is to see their etymology. Homonyms are from different sources, whereas a polysement is from the same source. The second principal consideration is semantic relatedness. The various meanings of a polysement are corrected to one central meaning. On the other hand, meanings of different homonyms have nothing to do with one another. Rhetoric features of homonyms. As homonyms are identical in sound or spelling, particularly homophones, they are often employed to create puns for desired effect of humor or ridicule. In restaurant, for example, "You are not eating your fish?" the waitress said to him. "Anything wrong with it?" "Long time to see," the man replied. "Long time no see?" is usually said as a form of greeting. In this conversation, customer criticized the bad quality of food in a humorous way. "Long time no see" implies that the seafood kept for a long time is not fit for eating. The next, we talk about synonymy. Synonymy, English is known for its abundant amount of synonyms. For example, in Beowulf, there were at least 36 words used for hero and prince. 17 expressions found used for sea. However, in present-day English, most of these terms have disappeared because we no longer need them. Definitions of synonyms. Synonyms can be defined as words different in sound and spelling, but most nearly alike or exactly the same in meaning. But they denote similar concept, they differ in stylistic appropriateness. Types of synonyms. Absolute synonyms are words which are identical in meaning in all its aspects. Scarlet, fewer, scarlatina. Relative synonyms are similar or nearly the same in denotation. Staggere, real, tota. Staggere implies unsteady movement in a certain situation. Real suggests swaying like a drunken man. Tota indicates the uncertain steps of an old person or infant. The source of synonyms. The first one, borrowing. Native room, foreign chamber. Dialects and regional English. Railway, rich English. Railroad, American English. Figurative and euphemistic use of words. Occupation, walk of life. Coincidence with idiomatic expressions. Decide, make up one's mind, help, lend one the hand. Discrimination of synonyms. Difference in denotation. Synonyms may differ in the range of intensity of meaning. For example, timid and timorous are synonyms, but the former is applied to both the state of mind at the moment and habitual disposition, and the latter only to the disposition. Synonyms may differ in degree or intensify. For example, rich man and wealthy lady are both rich, but the wealthy lady is felt to possesses more money and property than rich man. Difference in connotations. Some words share the same denotation but differ in their stylistic appropriateness. For example, the words borrowed from French and Latin are generally more formal than native words. Native Latin answer, respond, handy, manual, homely, domestic, storm, tempest. Big and great. Big is generally used to show the bigness of size, volume, extent, weight, and so on without any emotive coloring, whereas great suggests eminent, outstanding, and etc. Difference in application. Many words are synonyms in meaning, but different in usage in simple terms. For example, allow and let are synonyms, but we allow somebody to do something and let somebody do something. Empty and vacant. Empty implies that there is no one or nothing inside. Empty box or empty room. Vacant suggests that something or some place is not occupied. Vacant seat or vacant chair. Thank you for your attention. That's all. If you liked my video, press button like and subscribe my channel. Bye.